Hello folks and welcome back to Cities Skylines. As always, of course, I'm Falcon, your host. Unfortunately, I cannot unpause the game, because with the crashing problems that we started to see at the very end of the last episode have continued, and this game is now basically dead. I could reload a much earlier save and probably get it to fix it again, but as I wasn't intending to work too awful much more on the city, it probably doesn't really matter. I actually might unpause the game just for a second here, so we can get some more money, because I want to build the, even though we can't do much, the game is still running in the background. I mean, you can tell it's still doing stuff. So, I know this is going to be terrible video with the, giant error in the screen here, but, there you go, at least that looks a little slightly better. Yeah, but as you can tell, the game continues to run in the background. It's just broke. It no worky. No worky. I don't know what precisely this means. This error, index out of range, exception, no details. I don't know what the hell that means. As soon as we get sufficient money, though, I'm going to pop down one of these, the space elevators. All of these monuments handle a specific need for the city, and the space elevator happens to be the tourism one. Like, once you have this, you need no tourism anything, like, period. It's just solved. One of these is the hospital, and it just solves hospital problem, you know, medical problems for your city, just period. You know, it's over. Oh, damn. Oh, there we go. So, see, I got really good at pausing it. Fusion power plant solves your energy problems. There's a 160,000 megawatts. Like, you would never use that. Ever. That's just silly. The Eden Project is the one, basically the giant park. Basically the super park. So you would never need, like, other parks, basically. The medical center, of course. And then the Hadron Collider is basically the education ability. You know, it just solves education for your city. Just period. Over and done with. Space Elevator, though, is the easiest one of them all to build. And sadly, going to be the only one we can build because of the stupid traffic problem. Because of the stupid crashing problem that we're having here. There's really nothing I can do about it, so... Because I don't know what's causing it. So, I mean, I could reload an earlier save, and I could try to continue to play the game, and, you know, play through, either re-record last episode, or, you know, play off-camera until I got up to basically where I was, and, which is basically just plopping down the buildings up here. I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot last episode that would be difficult to replicate, so don't get me wrong, I could certainly do that. But whatever the problem is, there's a fair chance it will continue to crop up. And because it's apparently gotten to the point now that it just continues to happen endlessly, I did have a brief moment off camera while I was trying to fiddle with it and, like, save the game, reloaded, was messing around, and it ran for a couple, I don't know, 30 seconds maybe without the error. And then it had the error again. So whatever the hell's wrong with it, it's probably nothing that I can actually fix, like, in reality. So I'm not even going to try. It's a sad thing, but we're not even going to mess with it. So we're just going to build one of these right here. Boom. Boom! Powered, it's got a little water, all good to go. Lots of tourists with a space elevator. This should solve... Well, it doesn't actually solve anything, but we're going to basically spend this episode, we're going to look around real quick, and we're going to take a final gander, basically, at our city, and see what we have going on. First, let's look at our money. Everything is at 12%, except for the higher stuff here is at 11. I thought I had changed this, but apparently I changed it back, or just didn't happen. My total income is almost 500,000. What was this, a week? A week, I think it is. But our expenses are 300, more or less, thousand. So we've got about 150, as you can see, 142,000, 43 almost, which is pretty damn good, actually. That is impressive. Not gonna lie, that is impressive. And you'll see we have quite a sizable chunk of money going out for public transportation. But, you know, we're getting about a fourth of that back from the income from it. Not bad. Offices have a fair chunk. The high commercial has now just blown through everything. Like, the amount of money we're making is just ridiculous at this point. It's blowing the doors off of everything else. Though our residential income is pretty significant too. It's not too far behind, but it is definitely behind, unquestionably at this point. Our industry is really not that great, but all in all, not too bad. See, most of our money at this point is going into unique buildings. Most of the expenses. That is the largest chunk of expenses, but that's because we have a ton of unique buildings. So yes, it costs a lot. Our actual highest real thing is education there. Not too terribly surprising. I love how 2 airports have almost 10,000 planes. Or out 10,000 planes. Costs almost $10,000. That's pretty significant, considering they also make basically no money. Policies, of course, remain the same. Recreation boost, parks and recreation and recycling. And then these as well. Across the whole city, so it covers every area. We did manage, while paused, I did place down the barge Dubai. That would be it right there. The barge, whatever the hell that is, which is, I think, another Dubai building. So I placed it right next to the barge there because, well, you know, it probably should be right next to it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill out. Chill out, you crazy game. There's actually roads here, so I suppose this should, we should, probably link these roads up, just because. Just because we'll link those up. There's no real reason to, but why the hell not? We'll do it anyway. Building might actually kind of require them, because it might actually, this might be the ways that they're supposed to pull up to the place, but yeah, this right here is the tallest building in the world in real life. Now we do have a couple buildings. This one, what is this? The Ares Tower, and this thing, Millennium 1-1. I can't really tell because I can't like zoom in on like the top here to look at it. So it's difficult, extremely difficult to try to tell, you know, which one is taller. This isn't probably going to work either because it's, yeah, we wouldn't be able to tell from here. There might be some particular angle that we can get at some point that might let us see, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't entirely count on it. Nonetheless, it's that's probably as close as we're gonna get. And yeah, it does look like it's slightly, just slightly bigger than that thing. Although this thing, the Ares Tower there, does look like it's actually bigger. But that's not a real building. Don't believe. Might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's not an actual building, so. So if it is taller, it's not a real building, so it doesn't really count. Yeah, this is pretty cool buildings, though. Pretty nifty looking things. I do like that we can wander around and explore the city, too. In first-person mode. This is a really cool game. Has its problems. But it is a really cool game. It is pretty well done. Has a few issues, but not too bad. And the main problem is the traffic. And the, it disappeared. Oh yeah, we can definitely tell there. So this is the top. Granted, this is a little bit further away, but there's the top and there's this. So there's still some space there that, you know, clearly I think it'll let us pop on top of the Ares Tower, because I think it's too tall. Oh, that's pretty close. I don't know, man. Can't really tell, because I can't actually see the top of either of those, because they're too far away. It's damn close, though. This thing's like as tall as the Ares Tower, too, so... There might be a couple buildings, actually, that are too tall for their own good. But it's impossible to actually be able to tell, so... Look, it has a damn pool on it. It does. It has a pool at 10,000 stories or something. I don't know how many stories it is, but... Ridiculous. Ridiculous! You and your pool. You and your pool. It's just crazy talk. But yeah. Those are all the tall buildings that I downloaded. Pretty much all of these. There's a couple of other buildings up here that are normal buildings, but all of the big ones are all downloaded. You know, player made and downloaded. Some of them are pretty damn impressive. They're pretty cool looking. I could definitely see if I was able to keep playing the game, I was going to zone this all out and get normal buildings. You know, try and get normal skyscrapers and stuff up there to fill in and make this look a little better. And then we were going to do like a residential area over here and a residential arm over here probably, and this was all going to be commercial here in the middle. But sadly, since the game has decided it's going to take a crap on me, basically, we're not going to be doing that, so... this death stuff here is, like I said, I'm pretty sure that is solely because of the death waves that happen in this game, because everybody moves into an area at once, so everybody has the same age. Then assuming that they live long enough and don't die from sickness or something, they all basically die at the same time, so you end up with a crap load of people who die at once. So you get these, you know, it's just too many people died and your things can't handle it. I'm like 99% certain that's what happened here. Why are you sick? What's your problem? Why are you sick? Sick because you're just crazy. Okay, whatever. As you can see, we have a stupid amount of electricity coming in. Mostly from the dams, but other things too. Our water, of course, is a little more of a problem, but still easily handled at the end of the day. What is that? Oh, it's... garbage problem. We've actually handled this pretty well. I would need to do a few more incinerators, but not many. It's not too bad. Actually, you know what? Do the thing that... when I built you, that we started having problems, so I wonder if maybe you were the problem. I'm afraid I'm going to try and unpause the game, though, to test that theory. Very afraid to try and unpause the game and test that theory. So I don't know if we will be able to. We'll give it a shot here in a second. Very little uneducated, over 50% highly educated, which is awesome. Pretty much all of our education people are working quite well. Elementary schools, we would need a few more of those. High schools are doing pretty good. In the university, we have a crazy amount of people for universities, so doing not bad. Let's see, happiness. The buildings are unhappy because of the dead people, though. That's the only reason they're unhappy. You have 0 households. What? Really? That's just crazy. It can't be because of the... Can't be because of dead people. Because everybody died at once. That's just crazy. That's crazy talk right there. Well, as you can see, basically the happiness is good everywhere. Aside from whatever the hell's going on over here. Health, of course, is doing pretty good. We have a little bit of... some little problems here and there, but not too bad. Then... Death care is just hugely overloaded right now, but isn't doing too bad in the grand scheme of things. Isn't doing too bad in the grand scheme of things. I'd have to do a little bit of working on that, but most of our stuff is max level, or damn near max level, so we're doing pretty good there. It doesn't matter. Traffic. Now, traffic is an issue, and this is something that I would never really be able to fix. These two roads, especially this road, this whole way down here is just straight red, and it's basically one massive traffic jam. There's really nothing that could fix that. It's a big traffic jam because it's basically like the main thoroughfare for the whole friggin' city. Like, it's the main road that connects this and this. Sure, there's another couple ones, but they don't use those anywhere near like they use this one, and that's the main reason that it's just crazy. Pollution, of course, all the pollution is concentrated over there because that would be the area where all of the, what are you? Why are you polluting? Titanium Mines Enterprise. You are not... Interesting. I'd have to fix that because that is not a farming thing. Oh well. We are getting a little bit of water pollution again. I wonder if that's because of these things. Are they putting out a little bit of pollution? Must be. Because that's the big pollution from earlier. Noise pollution is just crazy. Actually not too bad. It's not as bad as I really kind of would have expected it to be, but it's nuts because of the, you know, the traffic primarily, really. Primarily because of traffic. Fire safety's not bad. Crime is fantastic, really. The only reason it's even got up to 2 percentage points is probably these couple buildings up here that just have too many damn people for their own good. Of course, the transport, we've already looked at this, but we have, as you can tell, we have a lot of people using buses, a lot of people using the metros. I did do some new metro lines. I don't think I did that on... I don't think I did that on camera, but I think I did that before last episode, though. But I didn't show this. Got metro lines going through here. Yeah, I think I did that before last episode, but metro lines going through there and bus lines going through down here to handle this section of the city. And not too much in the way of boat, train, and airplane traffic, but that's perfectly fine. Of course, our population is just nutso. See, most of our... Oh, it's primarily highly educated that don't have jobs. Interesting. Very interesting. Outside connections, of course, are going really good. Our imports are down, actually. Our exports have gone through the damn roof. We're not importing goods or agricultural because we are producing enough for everything that we would need there. Which is pretty nice. And then, of course, our tourism is going pretty good because of the... And would actually blow through the roof if we could unpause this. which we will try in a minute, but land value, green is high, so you can tell most of the city is pretty good. It's just like the outskirts that are not high, and even those are, you know, middle of the road. So our land value is good everywhere. Natural resources doesn't really count because we're not actually using most of it. This districts? Oh yeah. And basically everything is in districts. Nothing that isn't, of course, is up here because we never finished that. And the Parks and Recreation building stuff is doing pretty damn good now. The main problem was the couple spots down here, but we solved most of that with the unique buildings that we placed down there. So yeah, not doing bad overall. Not doing bad at all. What are these things? Oh yeah, these are the different stuff that I added. I haven't hardly used them for so long. Alright, let's... yeah, nope, still causing the problem, so... hoping maybe that the that one thing was bugged and it would let us... it would fix now, but unfortunately, that looks like a negative. So, this is going to be the end of the series, folks. I might play this city a little bit more by myself off camera, and at some point I may release like a random episode of like the game fixed, you know, with everything built, this whole map built up like how I kind of had intended to build it when I first started playing it. But sadly, not only have I gotten a little tired of trying to make episodes for it because it is a time-consuming game, and I'm not entirely sure at times what I want to record for it. Like, do I want to record doing these districts? Do I not want to record it? You know, do I only want to record things that are a little more interesting? You know, and then the question is, what is specifically more interesting? I don't really know, so that's why it's a little more difficult to record this than some other games. So this would have been the end of the series anyway, but thanks to the crashing issues, well, it's definitely the end of the series now. So, thank you for watching. This has been City Skylines. Like I said, I may release an episode later on at some point. Just like a random one-off, or maybe a couple short little, like, mini-series. Continuing on this map, if I ever play it myself off camera, I may reload an earlier save that isn't broken and try to, you know, replicate some of the stuff that we have done. But thank you for watching. I have been Falcon, your host. If you like my content, please like and subscribe on YouTube there to see more. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.